English shorthand 120 words per minute. Modern shorthand transcriptions. Volume 2. Passage number 32. Please get ready. Start. In these 2 decades of neoliberal economic reforms, what we have been seeing of late is essentially the creation of 2 Indias within our Bharat, the illusion of a shining India, which they gave us, and the reality of a suffering India that they are giving us. And this is what I have been repeating in this house. Sir, it is this hiatus between the two, the shining and suffering India, that is growing. Now we have gone through those figures earlier, and I do not want to burden the house with those statistics. All of us know that while we have the largest number of billionaires today in US dollar terms in Asia, including Japan, in India we also have 27% of our population living on less than 20 rupees a day. You had various estimations of poverty that have come up. You had the Suresh Tendulkar Committee's report, which has now given us the poverty figure of 37%. The statistics and percentages are good for analysis, but in real life you see absolute numbers. If you compare it with 1991, there are today 10 crore more people below poverty line in India than there were 20 years ago in absolute numbers. These are figures from a planning commission. The NSS latest round data has given us that 3.9 crores or nearly 4 crores of people have slipped into poverty only. That was the latest figure we have for 2004-2005. In that year alone, 4 crore people have slipped under poverty only due to health expenditures. Because of privatization of health services, they cannot afford their health expenditures. 4 crore of people have gone into poverty in 1 year alone. So there is the creation of these 2 Indias, sir, and that is the reality that we have today, and we are moving in a direction where it is not my India, that is Bharat, as our constitution says, but it is my India that is divided into 2 Bharats, or my Bharat divided into 2 Indias, a shining India and a suffering India. When the Honorable President outlined the whole thing, she has given the basic thrust of this UPA government, and that basic thrust that has been given is 1. The impact of the global recession, how to protect our people, and 2. To work for inclusive growth. And in paragraph 7 she talks of the question of price rise. Now the question again that comes up here is that in this budget also the direction of the progress is the creation of 2 Indias. And what have we done in this budget? Sir, in this budget that was presented, you have given a concession of rupees 26,000 crores to the direct taxpayers, which is essentially the corporates and the high-end income tax payers, and you have collected rupees 46,500 crores through indirect taxes. So I feel there is a serious need to have a relook into that. More recruitment is required to be made by the banks. I think yesterday, while replying in the Lok Sabha, the Honorable Minister of Finance also emphasized the point that the country needs more people to strengthen our banking system. My only submission is that we need more people at all levels. I would like to request the government not to focus on a particular level I think from top to bottom we need more people to operate our banks, to make our customers happy, to really make the public sector banks compete in a changing scenario. And in this respect, I would request the finance minister to reconsider this. Then, sir, there is a serious resentment in the bank employees regarding the stoppage of compassionate employment. A new scheme has come up, but prior to this scheme, there were backlogs. I request the Honorable Finance Minister to give some kind of consideration in that area also. I think I certainly have the right to place before you this much selfish agenda. Sir, before I conclude my speech, I would like to draw the attention of the Honorable Minister to some other general issues. I think the bill should have been brought a long time ago, but it has been delayed because of the dissolution of the 13th Lok Sabha. Most of the amendments proposed in this amendment bill are largely administrative in nature. They are expected to improve the efficiency of the functioning of banks, mainly public sector banks. The finance minister was very cautious in maintaining the government control by keeping 51% equity. It was originally planned at 33% and subsequently it was put at 51%. Some people might be thinking that it was done to satisfy somebody, but I think the government has accepted the recommendations of the Standing Committee on Finance.